Ladies and gentlemen, what makes the best superhero movie? You know what I mean? I guess it's time to find out. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Dougie McDouble for Saturday Morning Cartoons, and I hope you're doing well, because I am, because today we're going over the best superhero movies of all time. And I don't give a shit what you think, they're best in my opinion, okay? It's that simple. We're going to go over DC, Marvel, non-DC Marvel, and I hope you love the list. There's going to be some you love, some you hate, and some you're thinking, Doug, I forgot about that movie. That's a fever dream, but that's a good pull. I respect that. Now, we're going to start it off. Immediate honorable mentions eventually. I promise it's going to happen. Number 1, The Dark Knight. Christopher Nolan, Heath Ledger, Christian Bale. Absolute masterpiece. It still is rated one of the best comic book movies to date. What they were able to do, even with the unfortunate passing of Heath Ledger, was absolutely phenomenal. Like, the Joker is still how you base things of being a villain. And I think no one will ever be able to beat Heath Ledger's Joker. It was so peacefully done, so chaotically and elegantly well done that you can't top that. You can only hope to be second, personally. I thought Christian Bale is still one of the greatest Batman. I think Robert Pattinson's about to give him a run for his money in the sequel, personally. And whoever James Gunn's going to do better, just because James Gunn's going to give him a better chance to be actually Batman and not some realism bullshit. But the Dark Knight franchise is hot damn good. That's some popping grease. That's Christopher Nolan, baby. That's how we do it. Now, we're going to talk about DC movies. We'll talk about the one that I love the most in the entire world. Christopher Reeve's Superman. Masterclass. Absolutely wow. The transition from Clark Kent into Superman. Wow, chef's kiss. You can't get any better than that, truly. Like, it was absolutely beautifully done. Now, 2025, David Cornsweet, James Gunn, this new Superman blew me away. It showed how great it was to be a good person, and people finally understand that, and I think that's what makes it so beautiful. Another one on this list, we're switching from DC officially into Marvel. Spider-Man 2, Sam Raimi, Alfred Molina, Tobey Maguire. Hot damn. One of the best ones. I would rank it number 1 in my favorite superhero movie of all time, personally. Doc Ock, like, it was, even though it's a sequel in the Spider-Man franchise, it's still received as one of the best ones. Don't get me wrong, Green Goblin and Willem Dafoe is fantastic. But people still rank Spider-Man 2 as one of their best of all time. You can't deny how great this movie truly was. Avengers Endgame. I was there. I sat with my best friends. I was there for Infinity War. I watched it. I felt what a real theater reaction should be. And hot damn did Avengers take my breath away. It was everything I wanted, everything that I didn't know I wanted, and everything that was right with Marvel before they started to fall downhill. Avengers Endgame is an absolute masterpiece of a movie. Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, is easily one of the better sequels in superhero movies, much up there with Spider-Man 2. I personally think that it blows the first one out of the water, and it is very highly regarded as one of their better superhero movies for Marvel. Chris Evans, Sebastian Stan, we get to meet the Winter Soldier. We get to meet Anthony Mackie, who plays Falcon and is now the new Captain America. We see Natasha Romanoff, Scarlett Johansson. Like, it is so great. It is. You see how infiltrated Hydra has been in the world, and you see a lot of espionage and things that I didn't think that Marvel would ever do with Captain America or even give Black Widow that much credit. And I was really impressed with everything, and it was a really nice way to introduce the Falcon. I thought Captain America 2, The Winter Soldier, was absolutely great. Oh my goodness. You know what's amazing? Spider-Man. You know who's also amazing? Andrew Garfield. Andrew Garfield's The Amazing Spider-Man 1 is one of my favorite movies and favorite comfort movies. Like, Andrew Garfield was such a great Spider-Man. His quippiness, like Emma Stone as Gwen Stacy, like, I loved this franchise so much. And him fighting the lizard first and immediately was so great. I thought that was so fucking cool personally. Like, I think they should have given him 4 to 5 movies or even brought him into the Marvel universe, and I think it hurts that they didn't. But that's just because Sony is worthless. The Suicide Squad with Idris Elba, Margot Robbie, James Gunn, and John Cena, I thought it was absolutely phenomenal, and it deserves its own spot up there as an honorable mention because it helped us get James Gunn and Peter Safran at the helm of DC Studios and what they've been able to accomplish so far. Finally, ladies and gentlemen, for the final 2 best superhero movies is Kick-Ass with Aaron Taylor Johnson. The fight scenes, the goriness, the understanding that you can take the piss out of being a superhero and what actually happens when you get your ass beat. I think Kick-Ass was absolutely phenomenal. And the opposite side of the spectrum, I'm going to give it to Sky High. I think the power ranking system of superhero and sidekick, I think Coach Boomer, the commander, and Jetstream, I think it was beautifully done. I think the pacifier thing was dumb, but still great. I think Will Stronghold, War and Peace, Lila, Zack Attack. I thought it was all great and beautifully crafted into what it could be, and just a satire of a goofy superhero high school. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you've enjoyed the best superhero movies in my opinion. I've been Doug for Saturday Morning Cartoons. Drink plenty of water, be safe, and we'll see you guys next week.